All right, folks, well, we're just out doing a little hiking right now. We're off trail, we're just walking through some woods. We just kind of came out of the camp where me and Megan have been camping, but there's no actual hiking trails, but there's lots of mountain areas and places to go. You just have to be willing to, kind of break your own trail, and that's quite honestly my favorite way of doing it. So anyways, that's all I'm going to be doing today, and I'm going to bring you guys along, and if you enjoy it, great, come along. If it's not your gig, then great, wait for the next van adventure. But, there's a lot of beautiful forest up here, and it's a gorgeous day, so we'll see what we can find. These types of off-trail adventures used to be the norm for me and the dogs. We used to spend a lot of time on and off trail exploring the forest. But then when Wheeler tore his ACL, all of those adventures kind of came to a halt. And then later down the line, he passed away, and by that time, Daisy had gotten very old and was no longer able to do these types of adventures. I'm lucky now, though, that Meagan is able to join me, and she is always happy to watch Daisy so that I can still get out and enjoy these types of adventures. So right now it appears that I'm walking on what looks to be an old skid road. Now, just because there's an old skid road here doesn't mean that it was actually a road at one time. This could have been anything from a fire break to just some logging access. But either way, it's really overgrown. You're definitely not going to get a vehicle down it easily now, even if you could find wherever the entrance is to this. There is a main road that kind of parallels this just up above here. But yeah, we're just going to keep walking down it because as it is a little bit overgrown, but it is, fairly easy walking. Being the fact that it's summer and quite hot out right now, it's still pretty nice to be out in the forest. You have lots of shade to walk through, but you get this dappled light that just kind of comes through the trees and highlights specific little areas of the forest and really creates a lot of interest. All right, folks, well, that what was left of that road just kind of dissipated. And when we started this hike, we went up a drainage, and then we were just kind of side hilling for a little bit until we found that road. Now we found a nice bench, and for those that don't really know what a bench is when you have a hillside, if you get a little flat spot, different places you have a little flat spot on that hillside, that's a lot of people will call that a bench. So if you hear someone say, hey, I'm sitting up on this bench overlooking this valley or something like that, that's what they mean. They're on a little bit of a flat spot on a hillside. So anyways, that's what I found myself on right now. And these can be really handy little places that if you kind of walk through here, and of course I'm talking and being a little bit loud right now, but if you're walking through, you might find some animals. A lot of times they like to use these areas for bedding during the day, like right in the middle of the day where it's warm right now. I have seen some deer tracks, but I haven't seen any sign, and I haven't popped anything up at this point yet. But I am keeping my eye out. Alright guys, well check out this tree we just came on. It looks well dead, but look at this big old knot coming out of it. Crazy. But yeah. Huh. Pretty cool that kind of stuff. So it's a little bit early in the season yet, and the berries are just starting to come on, but I am finding a few here. Just some little blackberries that are growing wild. They're super tasty. Oh man, I love this kind of stuff when you're like hiking along and you can find some snacks along the trail. Alright folks, well, this is pretty much the end of the hike. We are pretty close to being back to camp. We're only about maybe 100 yards outside of camp now. We're just working our way through some grassy, marshy area that's just outside. But anyways, this has been a great solo trip, a little solo hike. You know, I really enjoy these. I definitely miss them. You know, it was great back in the day when I could do it with the dogs, but you know, now that Wheeler is passed and Daisy is a little too old for this kind of stuff, it's really nice to have Megan to be able to watch her so I can get out and have these experiences again. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please do give it a like. They really do help, the likes. And if you can give a comment, they really do help as well. I know I don't always get to every comment, but you know, I do read them and they really do help. If you can't, and I know like me, I watch a lot of these YouTube videos on my phone, and I know commenting and typing on a phone can be a pain sometimes. So even an emoji, anything is helpful, and like I said, the likes help a lot as well. So anyways guys, we're gonna get the rest of the way back to camp. I think Megan's gonna make us some fish tacos tonight, a leftover rockfish from our trip to the coast, and that sounds delicious, and I'm hungry. So we'll see you guys again outside. If you guys really enjoyed this video, maybe consider signing up to my Patreon. The support that I receive through Patreon really helps in creating this type of content.